Ferrari is not waiting around for Mercedes to run away with the championship. The Italian team has just completed a massive secret test to fix their biggest problems before the Miami Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton was back behind the wheel of the SF26, pushing the car to its absolute limits. And what he discovered during this test could completely change the balance of power in Formula One. The test took place at Ferrari's private Fiorana circuit. It was officially a wet weather tire test for Pirelli, but Ferrari used it as a golden opportunity to gather crucial data. Hamilton drove for a massive 142 laps on the first day. That is over 420 kilometers of running. He set a fastest lap time of 1 minute and 1.031 seconds. But the lap times were not the most important part of this test. The real reason this test was so important is because of what Ferrari was actually testing. Officially, they were testing new wet and intermediate tires for Pirelli. But unofficially, they were gathering massive amounts of data on their car's setup and engine performance. When a team does a tire test, they are not allowed to run new aerodynamic parts, but they are allowed to play with the engine settings and the mechanical setup of the car. And that is exactly what Ferrari did. They used this test to figure out how to get more power out of their engine. They ran countless different engine maps and energy deployment strategies. They wanted to see how the engine reacted to different settings over a long distance. By running over 400 kilometers in a single day, Hamilton and his engineers were able to gather a mountain of data. This data is going to be absolutely crucial for the rest of the season. Ferrari knows that their power unit is currently their biggest weakness compared to Mercedes. To fix this, they are bringing a heavily revised software package to Miami. This new software is focused entirely on energy management. It includes new strategies for deploying and harvesting electrical energy. The goal is to stop the drivers from losing so much performance at the end of the long straights. The Fiorana test gave Ferrari the perfect chance to test the baseline for this new software. They could see exactly how the current engine settings were performing and compare that data to their simulations for the new software. It was a massive data-gathering exercise that will help them fine-tune the new software before they put it on the car in Miami. But the Fiorana test is just the beginning of Ferrari's master plan. They have another massive test planned for the 22nd of April. This one will take place at the high-speed Monza circuit. Officially, it is a filming day for promotional content, but in reality, it is a crucial test session for their new upgrades. Monza is one of the most demanding tracks on the calendar for energy management, which makes it the perfect place to test their new engine software. The Monza test will be the final check to make sure this new software actually works. But the engine software is not the only thing Ferrari is bringing to Miami. They are also preparing a massive aerodynamic upgrade package. And the star of this package is the return of the famous Macarena rear wing. This is a radical new rear wing design that rotates when the DRS is activated. It is designed to drastically reduce drag and increase top speed on the straights. Ferrari tested an early version of this wing earlier in the year, but it made the car too unstable under braking. Now, the aerodynamics team at Maranello has been working day and night to fix those stability issues. They have run countless simulations and CFD tests to perfect the design. If they can get the Macarena wing to work properly, it will be a massive weapon against Mercedes. It will give Ferrari the straight-line speed they desperately need to fight for race wins. And they are planning to test this new wing during the Monza filming day before putting it on the car in Miami. Along with the Macarena wing, Ferrari is also bringing a new floor design and revised side pods. The floor is the most important part of a modern Formula One car for generating downforce. If Ferrari has found a way to create more downforce without adding drag, it will make the SF26 much faster in the corners. This massive upgrade push shows just how serious Ferrari is about winning the championship this year. They are throwing everything they have at the car to close the gap to Mercedes. Fred Vasseur, the Ferrari team boss, knows that the next few races are critical. If these upgrades do not work, Ferrari could slip backwards and lose their chance to fight for the title. But if they do work, we could have a massive battle on our hands for the rest of the season. The reason Ferrari is pushing so hard right now is because of what happened at the Japanese Grand Prix. During that race, Hamilton was left completely confused by his car. He started in 6th place and managed to climb up to 3rd after a safety car, but then he started losing positions. He told reporters after the race that he was completely powerless to defend against the cars behind him. He said he was just lacking power from somewhere and had no idea why. Even more confusing for Hamilton was the fact that his teammate Charles Leclerc seemed to have more power in the exact same car. Leclerc managed to finish on the podium while Hamilton slipped backwards. Hamilton said it was really confusing and that he needed to get to the bottom of it before the next race. The Fiorana test gave him the perfect chance to work with his engineers and figure out exactly what went wrong with his engine settings in Japan. While Ferrari is busy upgrading their car, there is also massive drama happening behind the scenes at McLaren. Reports recently came out claiming that McLaren team boss Andrea Stella had signed a pre-contract to join Ferrari. The rumors suggested that McLaren was signing Gianpiero Lambiase from Red Bull to replace Stella as team principal in 2028. But now senior insiders at McLaren have completely denied these claims. According to these insiders, Andrea Stella is not going anywhere. He is fully committed to McLaren and has a contract that runs until the end of 2030. The real reason McLaren is signing Lambiase is to support Stella, not replace him. Stella is currently doing the job of both team principal and technical director. The team believes he needs more help to manage the massive workload of running a championship-winning team. When Lambiase joins McLaren, he will take over the race operations and trackside management. This will free up Stella to focus on the bigger picture and the long-term leadership of the team. It is a brilliant move by McLaren CEO Zak Brown. He is building a super team of engineers and managers to make sure McLaren stays at the front of the grid for years to come. And bringing Lambiase from Red Bull is a massive part of that plan. This news is a huge relief for McLaren fans. Andrea Stella has been the mastermind behind their incredible turnaround over the last 2 years. Losing him to Ferrari would have been a massive blow, but with Stella staying and Lambiase joining the team, McLaren looks stronger than ever. They are building a team that can dominate Formula One for the next decade. But what does this mean for Max Verstappen? If Lambiase is not going to be the team boss at McLaren, does that change Verstappen's plans? Probably not. Verstappen and Lambiase have an incredibly close bond. If Lambiase is running the race operations at McLaren, Verstappen will still want to work with him. The temptation to leave a struggling Red Bull team and join a rising McLaren team will still be massive. The battle between Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren is heating up both on and off the track. Ferrari has to get these upgrades right. They cannot afford another weekend like Japan, where Hamilton is left confused and lacking power. The pressure is on for everyone at Maranello. The fans are expecting results, and the drivers are demanding a faster car. Lewis Hamilton did not move to Ferrari to fight for third place. And what do you think about the news that Andrea Stella is staying at McLaren? Let me know your thoughts and predictions in the comments down below.